10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Commanders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Second down, back to Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 36-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass. And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Howell. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Second down, Howell now. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. First down, Howell to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Second down, Howell back to pass. Off to Thomas on the left side. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing here, Howell. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Sly able to put this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now on 2nd and 13. Powell. Catch here, left side, Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we could capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Aaron Sipos now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score. Commanders 13, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the ball banked way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Now the ball comes loose.
But it looked like Washington got it back, and indeed they did. It remains Commanders football. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Third and 2. Here's Howell.
Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
It's Howell with another throw.
He gets it to Thomas.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll run with Gibson.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Howell throwing on first down here. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
Howell trying to pick it up on third.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
They'll go. It's Gibson.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute, because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Now Howell. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's complete to Sanders. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Hurts.
The Sanders has got it complete. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 51 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Howell.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Washington on 3rd down.
They're at 50%, 4 for 8.
This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And even 100 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's a give to Gibson. Down to about the 32.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Howell.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on third down?
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
Looking for McClure. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hurts. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much of the game today We're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they